All right, everybody please stand. Once again, we welcome our Vyas to his asan. Namaste Vyasa Vishal Buddhe Pullad Vindayat Bhadra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Tela Purna Prajavito Jnana Maya Om Swastena Indra Srava Swastena Tukha Vishvaveda Swastena Sarikshayo Arishtamini Swastena Vrihaspati Dhatatu Sasashileka Purna Sasakshara Sahasrama Sabhumi Vam Savanas Prikata Krishna प्रेम से बोलिए व्यास भगवान की। ओम मलित्यादि सुगंधि हरि ओम तत्सत् तत्सत् महापरमात्मने मलित्यादि सुगंधि मलित्यादि व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वैष्णवे वासिष्ठाय व्यासभगवान् ओम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय शङ्खचक्रम् सकिरीटकुण्डलम् सपीतवस्त्रं सरुचिरुवीक्षणम् सहारवक्षस्थलकौस्तुभश्रियम् नमामि विष्णु शिरसा चतुर्भुजम् कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः तप्तकाञ्चन वराङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धो च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणा त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेव महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः हरि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम प्रेम से बोलिए व्यास भगवान की जय भागवत भगवान की जय बोलिए राधे वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय बोलिए हर 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 महादेव साक्षी चोटे वाले माता तेरी सदा की जय बोलिए सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय devotees on behalf of Uncle Modi, long-standing member of this Mandir and Auntie Rukia, and their wonderful family and extended family also. We are blessed to have this moment. This is a moment of fulfillment in which this family who, when this mandir was only a dream, they believed in the project. They have come here and personally toiled and worked hard to see that this place become what it is today. And like them, there are many other devotees who have the faith that one day we will come and we will be worshiping here. And today, that dream has materialized. Today, it is a sense of accomplishment that we can come here and sit with the devotees in their place, with this ambience, and to perform Yagna, and to sit down and to listen to the glories of Srimad Mahapuran. So today, I'd like you to put your hands together for this family. This worked hard and who made what we have here a possibility. Srimad Bhagavata is very special. Bhagavat is what transforms us and make us into a being that is different from every other living being, both human and non-human. For human who does not participate in the glories of Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuran, human who does not participate in chanting the name of Bhagavan and assembling in places like these where Bhagavan's name is glorified, they are just a level that is different from those who has taken the name of Bhagavan within their heart. Jo Rama Nama nahi gaate, wo jeete ji mar jaate. Jo Rama Nama gaate hai, wo Param Dham paate hai. Our ears is what makes the difference, because what enters into us through our ears is what we become. What enters into us through our ears is what we will become. So having the glories of Bhagavad Mahapuran sung to us will transform us from the ordinary human into a bhakta, into a devotee. And today, with no other than our Vyas, most honorable, respectable Pandit Rishi Ramji, we are blessed to listen to Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuran. And today, we are indeed blessed to have Pranavji, who is joining us here together with Panditji. And all I can hear, is that everybody I've been talking to is saying, oh, the Basuri is so transforming. So we are blessed to have your presence here. And Bhaji Lake, who has taken the time off to be with us here for the entire week, we are indeed blessed. And I know Bhaji Lake would be so happy to sing his bhajan while the Basuri is being played also. So devotees, to each and every one of you, may Bhagavan shower special blessings upon you. Let me not stand between you and our chairperson today, and that is Indiji, and I will see whether he can talk more than me or me can talk more than she. Prem se boliye Vyasa Bhagavan ki jai, Bhagavata Bhagavan ki jai.
We're going to know when Sunday comes. There's going to be a raffle drawing. They'll put the names in there and let's see whose name is going to come out. Thank you so much, Pandit Yogananji. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Prem se bol Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki. Prem se bol Vyas Maharaj ki. Jai. Ajayna sung so loud today, Pandit, you will know why. Anyway, on behalf of this beautiful sponsor family, Uncle Moti, Auntie Rukia, and the entire family, let me, on behalf of each one of them, welcome you, extend a warm and a sincere welcome to you to this, our second session. Last night, I must say that the foundation was laid very, very well. And God had chosen all those beautiful souls to be into this Mandir last night. And the same is happening here this evening. Our Vyas last night rightly said that to listen to the Bhagavatam, we probably have to do a lot of good in our life to get to that stage and that phase where we will have the opportunity to listen to the glories of Bhagavan Krishna. Not everyone in this world is blessed. So God has chosen you. Even though the number might seem like it's a little bit of a smaller number, it doesn't matter. God has chosen you to be here this evening with this family. And as we are going to have the opportunity to listen to our Vyas, there's no doubt the enlightenment you're going to feel within yourself is going to be beyond. Only you will be able to express that to somebody else. So again, let me welcome you, and I hope and pray to God that as you leave here this evening, you're taking home something that you did not bring into this Mandir. And that is something that will definitely create an impact into your life. I hope and pray for that. Before we go into listening, let's create an ambience of a beautiful, beautiful environment here this evening by listening to some bhajans. Last night I said that we have beautiful musicians. Our bassuri player, you're beyond. Again, let me welcome you again this evening. And I pray that Bhagavan Krishna bless you with the sweetness that you bring to our ears. God bless you for that. And we have beautiful singers as well. Dada or Pandit Bab, they that just walked in. Welcome, Dada. So we're going to listen to a few bhajans before we turn it over to our Vyasa this evening. And the first bhajan, I asked that as you come, last night I said, come prepared. Mark your page. If your name called, you're going to be ready. So we are not wasting time. That's one. And number two, if your name don't call tonight, don't worry. We got so many more sessions, you will definitely have the opportunity. But come prepared, okay? So the first bhajan, our song that we're going to take, will come from my grandson, if I ask for that, Panditji. My grandson, Rudresh, he wants to sing his bhajan, so I'd like to give him an opportunity this evening. So Rudresh is going to sing the first bhajan, and after Rudresh, we're going to ask that Radha Ji, you be ready for this second one. You don't want to sing tonight? Okay, she said. She passing. She passing. So the next bhajan that we're going to take it from my sister Chan.
Jai Govinda Gopala
Very well done. God bless you. After chant, we are going to listen to our Basuri player because you, as I said, the way you sing and the way you bring your music out to our ears is just amazing. God bless you. So we're going to listen to Bhai Pranam after chant.
Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya
now listen to by Pranam.
श्री रामचंद्र जी द्वापर के घनश्याम नारायण अवतारी दोनों के रंग श्याम किसी अवतारी राम को पूजे दोनों की प्यारी अखियाँ राम श्याम है और श्याम राम है एक ही रूप दो अखियाँ और कौन श्याम ढूंढे ओ सावरिया हरे कौन श्याम ढूंढे ओ सावरिया ओ सावरिया कौन श्याम ढूंढे ओ सावरिया हे गोशाम दशरथ के प्यारे वन में मृग मारे कौशल वन में मृग मारे एक बन राशि रखैया एक बन राशि रखैया हरे कौशल ओ सवरिया
That's a big wow, wow. Right? Wow, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Bhaji Pranam. That's really brightened the atmosphere here this evening. My dear brothers and sisters, when Auntie Rokia again decided that she wanted to have this yajna done, there's a lot of things that went through your mind. Am I going to be able to get this done? Who's going to help me? Who am I going to get to do the reading for me? I got to get people to sing. And look, today it's all becoming a reality. Eh? God is sending beautiful souls to come in our midst. First of all, we want to say thank you, Auntie Rokia, for your birthday, for your parents, for bringing you into this world, and for that, for as time goes by, you're introduced to all of us. So we thank you for being in our lives. Uncle Moti, nevertheless, if it doesn't be you, then I've never going to Auntie Rokia too, right? So that's the truth. But I just want to reiterate from last night when I said that Auntie Rokia was born on a Saturday many, many years ago, 1954. Tomorrow is the actual birthday, which is July 24th. And as I said, when God decided to send us into this beautiful world that He has created for us, He said He's going to choose parents for us, a mom and a dad. But it's based on our karma. And if you look in this world today, my dear brothers and sisters, each one of us is unique. We are only one of a kind. And that is again based on our karma. Tonight, as we are here in this beautiful Mandir, where we are getting an opportunity to enlighten ourselves and not anybody else, I ask of you, if you have a cell phone again, please turn it off or lower the volume. Because again, and if you have to go to the bathroom, now will be a good time. Because this is now when we're going to have our congregational singing. As I said last night, I'm going to ask Bhaji Leko to take us all. So again, as the next would be listening to our Vyas, right? So let us all join together. Sing is beautiful. This is one way nobody's going to tell you right now to shut up. Just sing as loud as you can. As loudly as you can. And after which, we will turn our ears, our mind, our thoughts, and everything else to none other than our Vyas for this evening.
Chit chora yashoda gopal Navanita chore gopal Chit chora yashoda gopal Navanita chore gopal
Let us all turn our attention as of now. Lower your phone again if you did. And those of you, I'm sorry, that just come in, let me welcome you to our Yagna this evening. Thank you for coming.
Everyone, please close your eyes. We'll meditate a little bit on Shri Krishna.
धरे विपुल मंगल दान शीले भक्तारति नाशिनी विरंची हरीश कीर्ति प्रलय अखिल मनोरथ दे महारे विद्या प्रदायिनी सरस्वती नौमि नित्यम्। वक्रतुंड महाकाया कोटि सूर्य समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी वरणो रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमारी बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मुनि हरहु कलेश विकार। नमस्तुते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे कुलारविन्दायत पत्र नेत्रे येन त्वया भारत तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः यं प्रभजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्या द्वैपायनो विरह कातराजुहावा पुत्रेति तन्मय तया करो अभिनेदुस्तम् तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। वन्दे देवो मापतिसुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणम् वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरा वन्दे पशूनां पतिम् वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनम् वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियम् वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदम् वन्दे शिवं शङ्करम्। सुखसनकादि भगत मुनि नारद जे मुनिवर विज्ञान विशारद प्रणवौ सबहि धरणी धरिसि करहु कृपा जन जन जानी मुनि सा। हे कृपा समुद्र श्याम सुंदर, हम आपके चरणों पर नतमस्तक करके विनती करते हैं कि हे प्रभु पुनः इस श्रीमद् भागवत का प्रवचन आप अपने हाथ में ले और हमको सही मार्गदर्शन करे। हे प्रभु, यही हमारी विनती है। Oh, Shri Krishna, we bow to your lotus-like feet tonight and seek your blessings, your grace and your mercy. And we place everything in your most loving, benign hands. May you, O Supreme Bhagavan, may you take charge of tonight's proceedings and may you guide us. Because we always pray, Mukam karoti vachalam, that even the speech which we take for granted, it comes only through your grace and your mercy. Pangum chadhai girivar gahan. And we are only here, we have only come here today because, not just because of our legs have brought us here, Hey Prabhu, but because you have given us the strength in our legs to bring us here. Hey Prabhu, because of your mercy, we are assembled here today, and we give our gratitude and we give our eternal thanks to you to make all of this possible. Today from this Vyaspeeth, Hey Prabhu, and on behalf of all the devotees assembled here, I pray that Hey Prabhu, enter into our hearts and bring that unlimited, limitless, param anand, bliss. Bring that joy and bring that peace. Illuminate our antakaran. Illuminate us, all of us, from the inside out. So that don't mind what we may face in life, O Lord, we may hold on to you and we may keep you cherished in our hearts. Let the words of the Srimad Bhagavata enter into our ears and firmly place you, O Prabhu, in the throne of our own hearts. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Pujya Panditji Balaji, our senior most Pandit, and second in seniority here, my dear Panditji Devudat, who has graced us today to be here and to join us in this very beautiful Bhagavad Katha, and to my Suharid, my dear friend Panditji Yoganand. He's third in line. I am so very happy also that we are surrounded and we are graced here by young Pandits to Pandit Kanha. Pandit Kanha, he has so much love and so much devotion in his heart. And every time we come to this Mandir, you cannot help but see that devotion and that love ebbing and infusing this Mandir. He takes so much care in doing puja here. And he has his two brothers, Arun and Pandit Devanand, ably supporting him. I want to first of all give my gratitude and bow my head to your feet, because you are the custodians of our dharma. And if our dharma is to go forward, it is in your hands. And today I pray that Bhagavan bless all of you who propagate this Dharma, to bless you with not just knowledge of our Shastras, but also with that divine love in your heart to do whatever you are doing with great love and affection. To all the musicians, oh my God, I cannot thank you so much. Bhagwan himself has blessed us with your presence, and I am so very fortunate that through another Pandit I was fortunate to have met Pranavji. You know, he is a surprise package all by itself. Today he revealed to me, you know, he's a yoga teacher in the Indian military. He teaches yoga to the soldiers. And he's a physical training instructor also. So he got me in a little bit something, and in 2 minutes I tell him buzz, buzz, buzz. He loves what he is doing. And last night I borrowed a harmonium, Pandit Baljit harmonium, and I took it there. And you know, like when a bee is attracted to honey, Pranav couldn't leave the harmonium. You know, he just loved what he's doing. Taking a shower, he's singing Bhagwan Krishna's bhajans. And so we are very fortunate to have him here with us for this yag. And I am so fortunate that all of you have come here. Some of you, you're undergoing tremendous difficulties and problems in your life. But Bhagwan has attracted you. And I'm sure you're not just coming here to show your face to Behenji Rukia or to our Pitaji Moti and their family. But Bhagwan Krishna has pulled you out from your homes so you can be here. As I said last night, the opportunity to sit and to listen to Bhagavatam comes from years, lifetimes of good work, lifetime of acquiring good, and then we get a chance to listen to Bhagavat. And this Bhagavat, it is said, Janamantare bhavet punyam, Janamantare bhavet punyam, Tara Bhagavatam labhet, Etadasmat param kinchin, manashuddhyayar na vidyate. There is nothing greater than the words of the Srimad Bhagavat to purify our antakaran. Just like when you want to do a puja in your home, just like this family did. And don't think I have not seen from corner to corner of the yard and the house, every corner, every place was cleaned. And just like how this Mandir was clean and decorated so divinely, similarly, when we decide that we want to establish Bhagwan in our heart must be cleaned like this Mandir. Like our homes, the heart must be cleaned. And the Srimad Bhagavat tells us unequivocally that by listening to the Bhagavat, there is no greater method of cleaning and purifying our heart, the Singhasan of Bhagwan. There is no better method. Just like how you take broom and you take all kinds of things and you clean up. Similarly, the words of the Srimad Bhagavatam purifies our hearts and makes it a place where Bhagwan comes and takes up his residence. So, your being here tonight indeed is not just by chance. It is not by chance that you came here tonight. It is through great good fortune, great good luck And so tonight, on behalf of my dear sister who is celebrating her birthday, and on behalf of her pati, lovingly called Father, lovingly called Prezi, and in many, many names, on behalf of their children and their daughter-in-law and sons-in-law, I want to thank all of you for coming here tonight and encouraging all of you to please think about Bhagwan as we sing this Pranay Geet. Pranay Geet, Mangal Geet. Pranay Geet means a song of submission. Mangal Geet means a song bringing good luck and auspiciousness. And this song, this Geet, this Prabandh, this composition, like I said last night, is from the great poet called Jaidev. Jaidev was close to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Krishna used to come to his home in person and listen to his kritis, his composition. And Bhagwan Krishna used to accept his composition. That is why unto this day, there is no greater poet in Sanskrit, bhakti poet, than Jaidev. Meghair medurambaram vanabhuvah shamastamala drume naptam bhiruramay tvameva tadidam radhagiham prapaya. Ittam nandini deshatas chalitayo pratyadva kunja drume radha madhavayor jayanti yamuna Kamala Puja Mandale Dhita Kundale Kalita Lalita Vanamar Jaya Jaya Deva Shri Kamala Puja Mandale Dhita Kundale Kalita Lalita Vanamar On the bosom of Shri Radha, with your dazzling earring Vikundal, and playing with your enchanting Vanamala. Glory, glory to you, dear Bhagavan. O Krishna, we pray. That was the meaning of the first verse. Last night, the introduction I told you. And the last verse, Hey Shri Krishna, may this charming and radiant and melodious invocation of goodness and auspiciousness composed by Sri Jaidev, increase your joy and bliss. May it bestow, may it bring bliss upon the devotees who hear and recite your divine leelas and glories. Jaya Jaya Dev Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Bhagavan Shri Krishna tells us in Gita that Sahayagya Praja Shrishtava Purovacha Prajapate Anena Prasavishwadhvam Esha Vovastashtka Madhuk. That when Bhagavan created this universe, when this work was manifested by Brahma, he created mankind and sent them in this world, and he put one thing in their brain. He said, perform yagya. He put that idea of yag in their mind. And from the time of creation unto this day, all human beings, deep in their mind, they want to do yagya. The word yagya comes from the Sanskrit root yaj. So yaj means to worship. Deep down in all our hearts, we want to worship. And in the fulfillment of that worship, from time to time we organize occasions like these, and then we come here and listening properly. You heard last night that Krishna enters into our hearts through our ears. Listening properly is very, very important. Absolutely important. Now in the Srimad Bhagavatam, we have heard about how bhakti, jnana and vairagya. Remember last night? Idam Bhagavatam Nam Purana Brahma Samhitam Bhakti Jnana Viradhanam Sthapanaya Prakashitam. That this Bhagavat Mahapuran, it's Brahma Samhitam. It is one with the Divine Lord. And what it does, bhakti, jnana and virag. Bhakti, love for Bhagwan. Jnana, wisdom. And virag, detachment. It establishes that without a doubt in our heart. And therefore we must listen to this Bhagavat very carefully. The Mahapuran tells us a very important thing, that even the most wicked, the most heinous person, if they get the opportunity to listen to this Bhagavat, becomes transformed immediately. But many people, sometimes they are here. Their body is here, but they are not here. So you can't count them as being lucky to be here. The lucky ones are the ones who are here in body, in mind, in thoughts, in spirit, completely, wholly engrossed in being here. There was a most terrible wicked person by the name of Dundukari. When we were little, we loved to listen to his story. And the Pandits who would read Bhagavad loved to tell their story too about Dundukari. But suffice to say that Dundukari was so terrible, that even his mother was not spared from his evilness, his evil tendency. He lived a horrible life. But he was one fortunate thing with Dundukari. He had a brother who was a great devotee, a great bhakta, a sant. And this brother of his was very, very compassionate, Anybody ask him for anything? You know, in New York they say, you know, take out the shirt from your back and give somebody. Well, this man can take out his galeja. He can take out his kaleja, his heart, his jigar. He can pull his heart out and give it to anybody. And this is how a bhakta behaves. A devotee is so compassionate to others. Dundukari not only he harassed his mother, he robbed the family of all their wealth. And you know what he spent it on? He spent it on his many sweethearts who only cared about the wealth. And to make a long story short, they didn't really like him. They did not like Dundukari. They liked what he had, his money, his wealth, which was not even his. He stole it from his parents. And his sweethearts, his many sweethearts, says, why would we torture ourselves living with this man so he can give us some money here and there? Why should we torture ourselves? All of them came together and they decided that the fastest way to get this money and this wealth, they tied him down on his bed and they suffocated him. And as if that was not enough, they picked him up and threw him in a well. The Srimad Bhagavatam tells us that this wicked Dundukari, because of his evil deeds, after giving up his body, his pretatva, his atma without a body or without any means of tripti. Tripti means satisfaction. Without any tarpan, without any tripti, without anything to move him forward after he gave up his body. That which helps us, well, you know, the good people don't have to worry about this. But the wicked have to think about it. Because you have nothing. No spiritual power, no bhakti, nothing. So that when you give up your body, you stay right there. And that is what we older pandits like to call pret. Staying in an airy form right there, heavy, dark, not moving forward into the spiritual world, and with nobody to help you, push you forward there. Dundukari remain a pret. And the wicked ones, we don't just call them pret. You know what we call them? Bhoot. The ordinary soul that leave the body and can't move on, they are pret. But when you're so wicked, then you become bhoot. And in the Western world, they call them, what do they call them? Ghost. Right? Ghost. Dundukari remained in ghost form. And he was lucky. Because his brother had already come back. He had done various pilgrimages and had listened to the Bhagavata and has acquired the knowledge. He has stayed at the feet. What was his brother's name? Shout it out, somebody. Gokaran. Gokaran. Gokaran means his ears resemble the ear of a cow. Otherwise, the rest of his body is human. But his ears was like the cow. Our saints tell us, Gokaran's ear was like the cow. You know what? He had better ears than our ears. Everywhere he went, he listened to the saints and sages expounding the Bhagavad. And like a funnel, you know the cow ears? It's like a funnel. It did not let anything fall out and go to the side. It sucked everything inside. And Gokaran acquired the knowledge of Dharma, of our Shastras, and most important, the most exalted of all our Shastras, the Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuran. Gokaran learned it properly. He learned it well. And one day, Gokaran came in the night to his ancestral home. You know, he was walking and he said, let me go spend the night at my parents' place. The house was decrepit, unkempt, it was not clean and everything because nobody was taking care of it. Just like how sometimes many of us, when we go back to our homeland, and if you have your grandparents' home, your parents' home, you watch it, you feel so sad. Gokaran went in the night. He went into his home, and as soon as he tried to sleep, he was awakened. He was awakened by this bhoot, this spirit. And Gokaran knew immediately that there was something around here. There are some people who know immediately. And there are some people who don't know at all. Some people know immediately that there is somebody, something there in spiritual form. Gokaran knew immediately. And he was able to communicate. And his brother Dundukari said, oh my brother, I am in a terrible state. Please help me. Terrible, terrible position. Help me. Do something. Do something to help me. And Gokaran told him, my brother, we all know it is not hidden from people in our village here that you are so terrible, you are so wicked, you did so many evil things to our parents. You did so many evil in the village here itself. You squandered, you wasted our father and mother's hard-earned wealth, and therefore I do not see any redemption in sight. And Dundukari said, oh my brother, please, you are my brother. You are a learned Brahman, a learned saint. Help me. Help me, please. And Gokaran the next morning, as the sun was rising and as he was offering his Surya Arghya, you know, our grandparents used to tell us, go throw jal. Every morning, throw your jal. While the sun is rising, you throw your jal. Many years ago, I mentioned to my family, you see, when I'm throwing my jal to Surya Bhagwan in the morning, the sun gets brighter and everybody was laughing at me. I'm not going to tell you who, but somebody else in my family said the same thing a couple weeks ago. When I throw my dhar to Bhagwan Surya, it illuminates and receives that offering. Don't believe you're throwing jal and you're wasting water. Never believe that. Always think that in faith Bhagwan is accepting this offering of jal. As Gokaran was offering his dhar to Surya Bhagwan, he was praying, Hey Bhagwan, Hey Suryo Sahasrasho Tejurashi Jagatpate Anukampayamam Deva Argyam Dehi Namastute. He offered his dhar. He said, Bhagwan, I never asked you for anything. But please, there is a situation that has confronted me. Please tell me what to do. And from the sky, from the heavens, Hey Gokaran, O Gokaran, a recitation of the Srimad Bhagavatam done in 7 days' time will redeem the most heinous of all sinners, the most degraded of all. This Bhagavatam has that power. Gokaran heard that. And being a pravakta of the Bhagavatam himself, being a knowledgeable one in the Bhagavat, Gokaran made arrangements in his village to do a Bhagavat 7 days, Bhagavat, to redeem his brother. He did not consider that his brother did wrong thing or what was his past actions and karmas. His brother came and begged him to do something. He did not watch that his brother was evil. He did not watch none of that. A saint, a holy person does not look at the good and bad of anybody. They treat everybody equally. Gokaran, he arranged this yagna. He had made all the preparations, and the Bhagavat was read for 7 days and 7 nights. And in the Bedhi of the Bhagavat, there was a bamboo. Gokaran read so well. Bhagavat was so attractive that there was no place left. Dundukari, in that unembodied form, without a body, he came and he sat at the bottom of that bamboo, in the hollow of the bamboo. And the people who were listening to the Bhagavat, every single day they were seeing, what, the first day, the first bamboo burst, the first knot on the bamboo, the first joint on the bamboo burst. Second day, the second one, third day, the third one. And on the 7th day, the last day, when the last joint on that bamboo burst open, Dundukari taking a divine form, resembling that of Bhagavan Krishna himself. Sarupyam, resembling that form. Dundukari spoke in divine words. Now he got a divine body. He spoke to the audience. Blessed is this Bhagavat. Blessed is my brother. And blessed are all of you. Bhagavan himself and that body of Dundukari. Just like Gid in the Ramayana, how Gid Raj, the Bhagavatam tells us, just like how the Gid Raj Jatayu was taken into Vaikunt by Bhagwan. Similarly, Dundukari was taken into Vaikunt by Shri Krishna himself. Such is the power of listening to the Srimad Bhagavatam. We sing, Ye Amara Grantha Hai Mukti Pantha Hai Panchama Veda Nirala. पापियों को पाप से है तारती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती. भागवत भगवान की, when we do the arati, we do not say we are doing arati to a book. We say we are performing arati for Bhagavat Bhagavan. This is Bhagavan himself. We're doing this arati. And this Bhagavat has the power not only of uplifting those who are already good and fortunate, those who are unfortunate also. And by chance, if they are graced by a good person and somehow they are brought to this place, instantly they get transformed. Kaka hoi, pika bakau marala. Goswami Tulsidas writes that instantly they get transformed because of the grace of a saint and also because of the grace of the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. Shravane Masi Gokarna अथामुचे तथा पुनः सप्तरात्रवर्ती भूया श्रवणं ते कृतं पुनः. Gokaran's brother was redeemed. The other people who were sitting, they asked Gokaran, your brother, he got Sayujya Mukti, he was liberated, what about us? We were listening to in this Bhagavad, what about us? And Gokaran said, the difference was the listening. He listened with an eager desire. With a desire for God. Where Bhagwan is desired, he comes, Gokaran said. And his listening of the Bhagavad was different from yours. He couldn't move. He couldn't twist around. Why? Because he was immobilized in the joint of the bamboo. And he had to listen. And he listened attentively. And so for the rest of you, you will have to listen again and again and again until this katha becomes karana rasayanam. Bhagavad katha is karana rasayanam. It is medicine for the ear. It purifies the ear. As we listen to it more and more, we become more and more purified. Dear devotees, on a Shravan Mass, you hear a lot about Shravan Mass, right? The month of Shravan. Shravan Somar Vrat. Many people observe Somar Vrat. On every Monday in this month, people observe fasting. And they pray to Shiva Bhagwan for special blessings. This month is so great. That jag also, that was done for Dundukari, to get liberation, to get Bhagwan, was done in this month. Shravan Maase, Gokarna Katha Muche. In this month, Gokaran did the jag. The first part in the month he did for Dundukari. The people say, listen, let's do it all over again. The next week, after the 7th day for Dundukari was finished, the next week, one was done in Krishna Paksh, and the other one was done in Shukla Paksh. Sometimes people ask, Pandit, which Paksh we must do, which day, what time, with Tithi and so on. Gokaran did one jag, and then he did the other one the next week. One was in one Paksh, one was in the other Paksh, in Shravan Mass. Tadeva Lagnam Suginam Tadeva. That day is auspicious. Tara Balam Chandra Balam Tadeva. Vidya Balam Deva Balam Tadeva. Lakshmi Pate Yogam Smarami. The devotees should not ask which day I must pray, which day is good for me to pray, which day is bad for me to pray. Whichever day the devotee, the sincere, sits to pray, whichever day the devotee said, Bhagwan, I want you. Many of us say, hey Bhagwan, give me, I want from you. Give me house, give me car, give me children, give me this, give me that from Bhagwan. But the day the devotee say, Bhagwan, all I want is you. That day, Tadeva Laganam, that day, for that devotee, all the stars, the constellation, everything line up. The day the devotee makes up his or her mind that he or she really and truly wants Bhagwan Krishna. The other people too did the yag the next week with Gokaran. And what happened? At that yag, it was so interesting. But after the yag was finished, Vimane Bhaktescha Harirāvir Babhuvaha Jaya Shabdaha Namaha Shabdaha Tatrasana Bhavavastada. When the jag was finished, this Bhagavad jag, Bhagwan sent divine vimanas, aerial chariots for all the devotees who had listened to the Bhagavat. And all of them entered into the divine chariot, the divine aerial cars that came from Vaikunt. They all jumped in. Our Srimad Bhagavatam says, in the precincts of that Bhagavat Katha, even the animals that were there and listened, think they all listened? Even the animals that were there, the parrots, the tota, the mynas, the peacocks, the koyal, the cuckoos, the birds, the elephants, the cows, even the dogs that were there in the precinct of the Bhagavad Katha were placed in the aerial chariots and taken to the heavenly region. They were all taken there. But no chariot came for Gokaran. The Shrotas' chariots were sent for them. And Gokaran, in his Vyasasan, his Singhasan, he sat there and he was watching on. The devotees who listened, they are first transported. Those who listen. But what happened with Gokaran? Panchajanya dhvanin chakre harshas tatra swayam hari Gokaranam tu samalingya karotsva sadrisham hari. All the people in the chariots, they were chanting Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai Govindaya Namaha Hare Namaha Purandaraya Namaha Jai Jai Shri Radhe. The people were so happy to be in their aerial chariots. They knew they were going to Godham, Golok Dham. Gokaran sat and he watched them and he too was happy for them. And then suddenly, Panchajanya Dhvani, there was the sound of the Panchajanya, the shank, loud blowing of the shank. And suddenly they saw something spinning in that assembly. It was Bhagwan Sudarshan Chakra. And Bhagavan Krishna himself was blowing the shank and spinning the Sudarshan Chakra and very smiling, joyfully Bhagavan appeared there riding Garudasana on his Garudasan, and he came there and to Gaukaran, who had recited the Katha immediately in front of all the devotees there who were being transported. Gaukaran was given the form of Shri Krishna and he was placed on the Garud. He was placed on Garudasan. And you imagine, you have different kind of vehicle, but you get a chance to ride the best. And Gaukaran was transported to the heavenly regions. Dear friends, such is the greatness of the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. This Puran is much loved by Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Krishna Priyam Sakal Kalmasham Nashanam Cha Mukte Kahetukam Bhakti Vilasakari Santa Kathanakamidam Ivataadarena Lokehi Tirtha Parishilana Sevayakim. This Bhagavad Katha is the greatest offering we can give to Bhagwan Krishna Priyam. This Bhagavad Katha is loved by Lord Krishna. Sakala Kalamasha Nashanam. Kalamasha means sins. It removes all sins. Cha Mukti Hetukam. It gives liberation for those who seek liberation. And those who are devotees. Bhakti Vilasakari. And those who are devotees, it gives that exalted ras and bhav of devotion. It establishes devotion in the heart of the devotees. The devotee's heart does not only put Krishna, but the devotee's heart becomes a large temple of love that is offered to Krishna. That is how Bhakti Vilas is described. Santaha, it brings satisfaction. Kathanakamedam, this katha brings lots of joy and happiness. Therefore, adarena, to those who listen to this katha with great love and respect. How did this katha come about? Vyasji is the author of this Puran. After putting the Vedas together, the Vedas, they are not written books. Originally, the Vedas were in sung form, and the rishis recited them every day. Vedvyas, knowing that Kali Yuga was approaching and that our Smaran Shakti will get dhimi, will get, very, very weak. Our memory will get very weak. Vedvyas decided that this oral tradition has to be supported. And so Vedvyas decided that he was going to put the words into writing. And so what he did, Vedvyas, he collected all the Vedic mantras and he composed them. He put them together. He didn't really write them. He just put them in word form. And in their meters, he spent years and years, and he did all of that with all their swaras, anudat, udat, swarit. Made sure that the Vedas were properly represented in writing. That is why when we come to Jag, we say Namastute Vyasa. A person who collects the knowledge of Bharat, the Vedic knowledge, and put them in writing, he can't be of ordinary mind and intellect. And that is why we say Namastute to you, O Vyas. Vishala Buddhi. It takes a person of infinite intellect to sit down and put all those words together. And Vyas did it. When he put all the Vedic knowledge together, he decided that it has to be, first he put it in 3 parts: Rig, Yaju, and Sam Ved. And then later on, he decided that a special Samhita must be made for Karamkan. And then he put together, taking mantras from the first 3 Vedas, Triveda Vishaya. The Bhagavad Gita tells us of Triveda. But Vyas took out mantras that are to be useful for Yagnas and Havan and Puja. And he put it together, and it was called the Yajurved. And that is why Pandits generally study Yajurved, because all those mantras in there, it's for puja and many different things. So Vyas did all of that. And then 17 Purans he composed. And then he did the Vedanta Sutra. Bhagwan Vyas did. The Brahma Sutras he composed. And then what Vyasji did, he penned the Mahabharata, the entire chronicle of Mahabharata. And after doing all that work, Vyasji one day, he was sitting in his ashram, and he was so sad. A sadness overcame him. And he was thinking about his life work. I did this much work. All this literary work I have done, and yet I don't feel that satisfaction, that total joy has not come in me as yet. You know, sometimes when you do something, you ask yourself, am I feeling it? Am I feeling completely satisfied? Because if you do things and you are not satisfied, if you don't find that fulfillment and joy in what you do, it is only labor. But when you can, whatever you do, if you can channel it for a higher purpose, and you can find the joy in what you do, then your labor becomes the labor of love, an offering of love. And when you can offer it to Bhagwan, your labor becomes Karam Yoga. It liberates you. But if you only do it for yourself, it becomes Karam Bhog. It ties you down to this world. And Vyas was wondering about his life. He was not feeling it. At the same time, Veena bajate hue. Playing on the Veena, Narad Muni came there. Narad Muni looked at Vyas and he said, Vyas, what make your face so long? You know, Guyanese people, when we are sad, the face gets long. In Sanskrit too, Lambamana Mukha. Why is the face so long? And Vyasji, he says, oh Narad Muni, I am blessed today that a saint have visited me. Vyas himself a saint. He is a saint. But when Narad Muni came his way, he said, hey Narad, I am so fortunate that a saint, blessed is that moment that a saint can come here and be here in my presence. And Narad Muni says, I can see. You know, Narad Muni is Trikaldarshi. He sees the past, present, and future. Narad Muni says, hey Vyas, you have done all of that work. 17 Puran, you did Brahma Sutra, all these things. But one thing you have not done as yet. you have not exalted, you have not glorified the love of Shri Krishna. Therefore, O Vyas, your ultimate work that will bring satisfaction to you is this Bhagavatam. And Vyasji said, I have done all this study. I don't know. I don't know what to write. Will you please teach me what to write? And Vyasji was told by Narad, listen, O Vyas, I will teach you what Brahmaji taught me. And Brahmaji told me that he was taught this. Brahma was taught what Vyasa is going to write. He was taught by Supreme Bhagavan Shri Krishna himself. Now, what is the scene? Bhagavan Krishna tells Brahma, you know Brahma, we are coming out of Pralay. We are coming out of the dissolution. Oh Brahma, begin your work of creation. Start. Srishti. Srishti shuru karo. And what is Srishti? Srishti is putting together all the things that are already there. Putting them together. And Brahma said, but Bhagwan, Brahmaji said, Bhagwan, you will have to give me a course. You know, like when you go to work for somebody, they gotta give you a little course how to do their job. Give me a course on how to put this world together. Give me a course. And Brahmaji was also very smart. Brahmaji said, Bhagwan, when I put this entire beautiful world, I think Indiji said, oh, this world is so beautiful. Brahmaji said, oh Bhagwan, when I put together this beautiful world, teach me that also. Teach me that by which I will not get attached to this beautiful world that is about to come. And this world is beautiful. Enjoy the beauty and not get attached to it. And so Brahma was told by Lord Vishnu, Krishna Vishnu, this is called the Chatushloki Bhagavat. It is the essence, it is the heart of the Srimad Bhagavatam. 4 verses. It is called Chatu Shloki Bhagavat. It is the beej. It is the seed from which this entire 12 skand, 18,000 verses has come from 4 verses. Lord Krishna tells to Brahma, what he tells him? If we chant this every day, it is equal to chanting the whole Bhagavat. If we chant it one time in our Bhagavat, the whole Bhagavat is chanted. If we chant it with understanding, we become liberated and we get devotion. If we chant this, the entire knowledge of Sanatan Dharma is given. People read many, many books. They go from one teacher to the next. All the knowledge that we seek is in this Chatushloki Bhagavat. Ahmeva samivagre naryavyat sadisat param paschadam yagetaccha yo vashishet sosmyaham. कृतेऽर्थं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यादात्मनो माया यथा भासो यथा तमः Ahameva sameva agre, Bhagavan told Brahma. There are a few things we all need to know. We gotta know who Bhagavan is, right? In order for us to love Him, worship Him, and seek Him, we must know completely who He is. So the first thing Bhagavan tells Brahma, who He is. Because nobody else can tell us who Bhagavan is but Himself. And He says, Hey Brahma, Ahameva sameva agre, before everything else you see here, I was there. Before this multiverse, many, many galaxies, I alone existed. Sometimes people say, look at the Hindus, they worship many gods. Bhagavan say, Ahameva. Ahameva sam agre. You all can remember that? This is what Bhagavan tells Brahma. Aham eva sam eva agre. I was the only one here before everything. Before everything. Nanyad yad sadasad param. There was nothing else besides me. And paschadaham yaretaccha yo ashishyeta sosmyaham. And when everything ceased to exist, at some point, when time will cease, I don't want to say at some point in time, because time will cease. When time ceases, before time Bhagavan exists, He created time. He was there before time. And then when time ceased to exist, He and He alone will exist. So some people meet you, especially if you don't know about your Sanatan Dharma properly. And one of the first things they tell you, they decide to tell you, are you Hindus? I have proper worship plenty God. In order to break your astha, your faith in your dharma, that's one of the things they tell you, because they come to our mandir and without trying to understand, they go to our puja without trying to understand who Bhagavan is and why we also do puja for the Devata. There's a difference between the Devata and Bhagavan. And Bhagavan has empowered the Devatas to perform specific functions. And when we do our puja to the Devatas that we do our puja to, it's following the instruction of our Bhagavan to give gratitude and thanks to these Devatas for doing a good job. The Ved tell us Agni Devata, Vatu Devata, Surjo Devata, Chandrama Devata, Baso Devata, Rudra Devata. We have many, many of them. Many, many divine beings empowered to do different things in this world. But they are empowered by the one Supreme who is here before time, before everything, and who will be here when time ceases to exist. He will still be here. Yo vashishyet sosmyaham. And what will be at the after time? Also, what will be left remaining, shesha, Two things Hindus have given to the world. Shunya, the concept of nothingness. Shunya, the concept of zero. The concept also of infinity was given by Hindus to the world. Bhagavan said when everything ceases, He will be there. He says, Rityartam yat pratiyeta, that which we can see before us and which we think is true. Na pratiyeta chatmani, and that which we can't see. The seen and the unseen, Bhagavan says, all of that exists in me and me alone. That's what Bhagavan Krishna tells Brahma. Brahma now, who is empowered to perform creation by Bhagavan. If you are the boss, the mighty boss, I can say, let us say, of a manufacturing company, you're making cars, right? You think you're gonna go take the hammer and the wrench and do the work? You're the owner. You are the boss. You own it. You will employ people to put the cars together. And so Bhagavan has employed Brahma to put this universe, this multiverse, I should say, together. And Bhagavan say, everything that you see and you don't see, that which exists and don't exist, all of that is inside me. Yes, I said don't exist for our minds. All of that exists inside. And Bhagavan says, but because you can see it, whatever you can see and perceive, that vidyad, Atmano Mayam, that which you can see and perceive, know that. Atmanaha Maya, know that to be my Maya, my divine Shakti, my divine consort. That which you can see and not see. Yatha vaso, yatha tamha, tama. Just like when you see in a reservoir, you see the moon or you see the sun. The sun is inside the water, the moon is inside. You can say, look, you tell your children, isn't it? Look at the moon, Janamamu. Chandamama. You say, look at the moon in the water. Look at the moon, but it's only a reflection. It is only an abhas. That which is perceived by us through our senses and through the reflection of our mind. Everybody see it differently. That is only an abhas. Bhagavan says, that which allows you to see this abhas, this reflection that is known as the multiverse in front of us, know that to be my Maya, which is divine. Mama Maya, Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Duratyaya, Mameva yo prapadyante, Maya mitam tarantite. Bhagavan says, my Maya, He owns this Maya. This Maya is belong to Him. And Maya makes us get attached to all the beautiful and nice things that we see in this world. Everything nice and shiny, we want it. Everything beautiful that will bring grandeur to us, we want, and we want to own it. But it is only a reflection. It is shanbhangur, just like the bubble in the water. Your big house that you own, you don't want nobody come in your house. All the things that you have and you don't want to share. You think, mine. How long do you think it will last? it will not last long. Bhagavan said, that which makes you, which fools you and attracts you to this world, know that it is my Maya. But no one, my Maya, is so difficult to overcome. The attractions of this world is so difficult to overcome that only by my worship, Mameva prapadyate mayam etam tarantite. That this divine mother that we call the Shakti, the divine mother, is a handmaid of Bhagavan. And she liberates us. She grants us liberation and bhakti and mukti only because we love Bhagavan. I want to share something with you. I'll listen carefully and don't feel bad, anybody. Just don't take me the wrong side. What is the vehicle of Lakshmi Mata? Say it. Lakshmi Ma. Ullu. Owl, the owl. All of us pray to Lakshmi, right? Oh, mother, give me some, Mishata, little money, give me some money, give me this done. He Anadhanaki Maharani. Oh, my, glory to you. Why do we say glory to Mother Lakshmi? When we sing even. Anadhanaki, because you, Ma, you are the Anandhanki Maharani. You give us all the things we need and you give us money and blessings and so on. And we pray to Lakshmi, right? And you know how Lakshmi comes? She comes riding on an owl. And those who know Hindi will know. There are a couple things. Ullu banana. है ना प्रताप? Ullu banana का क्या मतलब है? बेवकूफ. And बेवकूफ का क्या मतलब इंग्लिश में? Ullu banana means to make somebody a fool. Bewakoof. Mother Lakshmi comes riding on an owl. You call her and her only. People want Lakshmi. They want Lakshmi only. Right? It's like somebody inviting my wife only to their house. Then I invite me. Think about that. And we're not inviting Bhagavan. We're not inviting Krishna to come. But when Bhagavan Lakshmi Narayan is invited, Lakshmi Mata doesn't ride on the owl. Lakshmi Mata comes with her husband. Because, most of the women, they don't drive their husbands, Mine don't drive me, unless something really once in a while. Vishnu Bhagavan have to drive the Garur and come. And Lakshmi Mata comes riding on Garurasan, coming to your home. So this is the nature of Maya. That which is seen out there, which is beautiful, which is glorious, which gives us wealth and all these things, they are given by Maya. And Maya binds unless and until we seek and pray to the Lord. So we must know who Bhagavan is. Bhagavan in the first verse tells us who He is. He is before time, He's after time, and He's always in between before and after. So He who is without beginning, He's called Anadi. And He who is without end, He is called Anant. And He who is always present, He's called Sarva Sakshi. Sarva Sakshi. He's always here. Yatha Mahanti Bhutani. This is the third verse in the Chatushloki. Yatha Mahanti Bhutani Bhuteshu Chavacheshvanu Pravishtanya Pravishtani Tatha Teshu Nateshvaham. Bhagavan says, just like how the great elements, earth, water, etc., we consider them to be entering into bodies of all people. And still, they remain separate. Right? In your body there is earth, there is water, there is air, there is fire. What else is in the body? Space, akash. It is in our body. And yet earth is separate. So, yatha mahanti bhutani. Just like how the great elements, they enter into us and make this body and still remain aloof, right? Still remain separate. Similarly, Bhagavan says, pravishtanya pravishtani tatha teshu nateshwam. And Bhagavan is called Jagadish, Jai Jagadish Hare. Why he's called Jai Jagadish? When this entire world is manifested, is projected, Bhagavan says, I enter into it. Just like the great elements enter into our body. It enters into our body and still remains separate. The earth is in your body, but she is separate. What? The nurses here? Nurses are here too. How many percent of your body is water? I don't know. Maybe 70%, 60%. I don't want to say anything because they will fact check me, Google. But there is a huge percentage of water in the body. Water is in our body and yet water is separate outside. Air is in our body and yet air is outside. Fire of digestion is in our body and yet fire is outside. Akash is in our body. Space is in our body. You know what the people who look after air say? You got space in your ear. That is the only way you can hear. There is vacuum there in your eardrum. Space is there. That which is Akash is inside our body. And yet, the Akash remains separate. Everything is separate. Bhagavan says, this is how I operate. I am in this world, and I am also out of this world. So, etavadeva jigyasyam tattva jigyasunatmana anvaya yatirekabhyam yatasya sarvatra sarvada. Now Bhagavan talk about you and I in the last verse. First he talked about Bhagavan, then he talked about his Maya, and then he talks about how he enters into this vast manifestation of this world. And finally, he talks about Jigyasa. Jigyasa comes from Sanskrit. Jnatum ichanti sa jignasu. The person who is desirous of knowing is called a jigyasu. Etatvadeva jignasam. The person who wants to know. The devotees who want to know. The bhaktas who want to know about Bhagavan. How they are to know about Bhagavan? Bhagavan in the fourth shloka, he tells us and he gives us the method. Tattva jigyasunatmanaha. He says, my friends, anvay vyatirekabhyam, by the methods of anvay and vyatirek, by the methods of assertion and rejection, They're called in Sanskrit Anvai. Anvai means rejection. And Vyatirek means assertion. By that method, the devotee, the bhakta, the jnani, the yogi, you call yourself anything. The person who is desirous of knowing Bhagwan and experiencing Bhagwan, Bhagwan himself say how we should know. We should know by accepting and rejecting what? Yatasyat sarvatra sarvada. We should try every day to determine by discrimination that which is lasting and permanent. That which has entered into this world and is lasting and permanent. From that which decays, dies, and totally vanishes. Totally vanishes. Every day in our life, we must ask ourselves, what is permanent? What is going to stay with us? And Sanatan Dharma teaches us that Bhagwan who has entered into this world, he has entered into the bodies of all as Atma. He has come into our hearts. He has made, we are who he is. We are in essence who he is. He is inside of all of us. But because of our vikars, because of the blemishes, we have forgotten ourselves. We have forgotten our true identity. And Bhagwan tells us in the Chatushloki Bhagavat that we must every day ask ourselves, what is lasting? Is this body lasting? When you were a baby, if somebody took a picture, if there were cameras that time in those days, and you see your baby picture, you might not be able to recognize yourself. I asked my granddaughter, I showed her her picture when she was a baby. I said, where is that baby now? She looked at me. I don't know. Gone. Bodies, you and I have changed many, many times. Not only last lifetime, this lifetime. We have changed bodies. That which does not last cannot be permanent. That is Vedanta. That which cannot last cannot be permanent. That which goes through change cannot be permanent. But we are permanent. We are not this body. And that is what? By Vyatireka Abhyam, Anvai, and Vyatirek, by the process of accepting what is real and what is lasting, what is true and lasting, from what is fleeting and untrue. That is why the Srimad Bhagavatam starts Janmadayasya yatvanvayantartascha arteshu vidyaswarat tene brahmadi hridayadi kavaya muhyanti yatsurayo tejo vari mridam yatha vinimayo yatra prasargasya vishavam dhamna svena nirastakuham satyam param dhimahi. All what I told you here just now, these 4 verses, this is how the Bhagavad starts. That Bhagavan gave this knowledge to Brahma in the beginning. And Brahma, without any attachment to this world, he manifested, he projected this world, that knowledge that he had to be free from the niceties of this world. Brahma passed to his sons, the Sanakadi, which we heard about last night, to Narad Muni. Narad gave to Vyas, and Ved Vyas give it to who? Shri Sukdev Ji Maharaj. Boliye Shri Sukdev Ji Maharaj ki Jai. The juvenile saint, Vyas Ji's son, was given this knowledge. What kind of knowledge? When you come tomorrow, you're going to hear about this kind of knowledge. You see, Bhagavatam is not only a listen story and feel nice. You have to go through this process. You have to develop a love for Srimad Bhagavat. You have to understand what is inside this Bhagavat. The highest knowledge that is given in this Chatushloki is the knowledge that all the philosophers and all those who study religion and all those who write books and so on about Dharma, all of that is given in this 4 shlok called Chatushloki Bhagavat. Now I can't tell you everything about Chatushloki Bhagavat in this limited time. Therefore your homework. Read about this. There are many sources now. Go and study, take your Bhagavat, read it more, study every word, and see, chant it, learn it, chant it every day in your life. And the meaning and essence and the sweetness and glory of Srimad Bhagavat will unfold and reveal itself from inside your heart. Your face will show it. Your face, you're going to stop having a long face like Vyasji. When Vyasji received this knowledge from Brahmaji, he said, that's what I was waiting for all the time. This is what I wanted. He realized right away. And so Vyasji composed 18,000 verses to explain these 4 verses. You understand? 18,000 verses were composed to explain these 4 verses. This is called the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. It is the postdoctoral studies of the saints and sages. This is the postgraduate book that we study in Sanatan Dharma. You want to study I think it's fine. You see, last night we learned that after Vedic mantras and Jantar Mantar and thing didn't work, and after all the chanting didn't work, and shouting and chikitsa didn't work with bhakti, the Bhagavat was read. The Bhagavat was recited. This Bhagavat rejuvenated bhakti. It gave jnana, renewed life. It gave vairagya, discrimination, dispassion, renewed life. And that is what we all seek in life. That is why we study religion. That is why we study philosophy. And it is the thing that is most important in our life. Every other study, when you study and you become a scientist, but when you retire, all your degree and so on will not be of any good to you. It will give you some, maturity in life. Many people, they study for years and they become doctors. And then after finishing, the surgeon, when his hands start shaking, he can't practice no more, he has to retire. And then it is the knowledge of Dharma that keeps him up for the rest of the life. This Bhagavat is good for us in youth, in middle age, in old age, before we are born and after we are born, for all time. That is why this Bhagavat is so good. Please join us, we sing Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. And if you enjoy the Bhagavat tonight, sing loudly and join with me.
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
Everybody.
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
बोलिए श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की भागवत भगवान की सनातन धर्म की
Vyas Maharaj ki Prince of all Vyas Maharaj ki Very good, very good, very good. Oh my God. There is so much to digest. I'm telling you. You know, my dear brothers and sisters, we are all human beings. That's what we tell ourselves, right? Human beings. God has given us this beautiful body. And we focus more on the outside of the body than what's inside of the body. And when the inside of the body is not operating well, then we go to the doctor. So the doctor can see, run tests, do imaging, and see what's going on inside. And then try to fix it. The truth is, my dear brothers and sisters, if we come to terms and grit that someone is responsible for sending us into this world, and if that someone we give a name, then it is only fair that we build a beautiful relationship with that someone. Because that's the only one who is going to always be there for you. Not these materialistic relationships that we are building with each one. It's good, because again, you need to play your role and play it well. If you're going to be, like Auntie Rokia, be a good wife, to Uncle Moti, be a good mother to your kids, grandkids, or like for everybody else, then you have to play your role well. Because God sent all of us down here to use our time wisely. And what is time? Every one of you sitting in this room here, my dear brothers and sisters, if you're asked what is time, each one of us will give a different definition based on our personal experience. Every one of us. So time, definition-wise, is going to be different for all of us. Word of encouragement is that God permit us to come here tonight. As again, God is the one responsible. Because invitation was sent to so many. But guess what? God chose you to be here tonight for a reason. Because we need this nourishment. I said medicinal herb. So tonight again, as you get home, no diabetic medication and no high blood pressure medication. Because when we come here, it really soothes your mind because you connect with God Himself. So again, Vyas, let me thank you so much, Pandit Rishiramji. I don't have words to say. You are such a great speaker that there is not any way that you lost for words when you're sending your messages out. It comes to the ears, and that made me remember a little thing that all of us, as we're sitting here and we're watching, some of us might not be listening. And the reason I'm saying that is a little story. Everybody know Pandit Gosaiji, right? He was such a great individual also. A great spiritual leader who, when he reads from the Ramayana, oh my God, he could really get through. So he was doing a 7 days Ramayana Yagna. And I want to share this with you. And so just like how every one of you came, the room was so full every night. And there is one old lady, and I'm not going to call her name tonight, like I'm going to say Auntie Lily. I'm not calling her name. But, you know, this one old Mataji would come every night, every session, she's the first one there. And she would be listening to the katha every night. And Pandit Gosaiji would be watching her, and every time he's reading, she's nodding her head. And tears would be flowing from her eyes. And he observed her for all the sessions, and at the end of the yajna, he decided to go and have a word with her. So he said, Mataji, I can tell you, you were really enjoying the kata every night. Because you were listening, I could see you paying attention, and you were nodding your head. Were you really enjoying the kata? She said, Panditji, what am I going to tell you? I had one goat named Ramu. And every time you nod your head, Ramu died. And every time you nod your head like this, I remember Ramu. I hope that's not the case here tonight, right? That's not the case. Listening is a skill. You must have that skill and the willpower to listen, because it's not easy to control the mind. We might think that you're listening, but you as an individual, you have to know whether you are listening or not. But I hope in my heart that each one of you tonight has been a very enlightening evening for you just being here, because you're taking home words of wisdom that can help you to build a very good spiritual pathway for yourself. So again, thank you for listening. I'm probably going to take one or two items, and then we're going to stand for RT. Tonight we are blessed to have Pandit Devdachi with us. And Dada, I'd like to call on you to say a few words or make your contribution. And after that, we're going to take one bhajan, and then we're going to stand for RT. And the bhajan is going to come from Bhaji Kishore. We are blessed to have him in our midst. So Bhaji, if you could come closer to the harmonium as well. So Dada. Oh, Dada will do the closing prayers. Very good. So we'll listen to Bhaji Kishore, and after that, as time is going, we are going to stand for RT. Is that okay? You okay with that, Mama? All right. You're in charge of me. It's whatever you say. All right? Auntie Rocha, thank you so much.
तुम बिन लाज गरीब की कौन रखे घनश्याम। तुम बिन लाज गरीब की कौन रखे घनश्याम। लाज गरीब की कौन रखे निर्भल के भल तुम हो मुरारी। निर्भल के भल तुम हो मुरारी। सबके गज को दुकाने अंत चूमे के जब की गज को पुकारा अंतिम चूमे तब गज में किया कौन
Thank you very, very much, Dr. Kishore. Thank you for your contribution this evening. Before we stand for arati, there is someone in our midst that we're so blessed to have joining us for the Yagna. But unfortunately, she has to take her leave and go back to New York. Someone by the name of Yashoda, and last night we had a Yashoda making a contribution as well. So I like to call them the Yashoda to come up and say a few words. And Yashoda, thank you so much for gracing us. So Mom and Dad, I'm sure having you in their midst is truly a blessing for them as well. And I know coming up here, and sometimes it's not easy to speak in front of a crowd, but I want to give you an opportunity to come up and express yourself, and let me thank you so much for doing this as well. Everybody, Yashoda. You can clap, you know, you can clap, you can sing, you can dance. This is one place nobody never tell you sit still. Like Woodridge can't sit still either.
You did a pretty good job of sitting still. Sitaram, everybody. I am not one for giving speeches, but I suppose since I've only come for the past 2 nights, I really wanted to hear my dad read and support my pua, so I'll just sing a few words. To my pua, Auntie Rukia, I can think of no better way to celebrate your birthday than to have this yashan, gathering everybody here together in this beautiful Mandir. It's my first time in this Mandir, and I'm just blown away by how beautiful it is. And I learned last night that it's actually the dining hall, not yet completed, so I can't wait to come back and continue seeing the progress of the Mandir. And as for my dad, I'll give you a little inside scoop on my dad. So when he's at home sometimes, I feel like when I'm having conversations with him, he struggles to find his words. He'll say, "Hey gal, pass me that thing that," and I want to know what kind of thing is he talking about. But when my dad sits on the Singhasan, he does not fail to find his words. He's truly a lion, so I am just so proud of you, and I'm happy I came down here. And to everybody, you know the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I do think it takes a village to make this yajna happen. And today I got to witness everybody on Tuesday, everybody in the kitchen and cooking and preparing for this, from the people who are taking care of the Facebook Live to the people who play the dantal and everybody in the audience. Thank you so much for coming out.
I thought you said you're not a good public speaker. You could have done it any better, Yeshua. God bless you. We hope that you get home safely. And you know, especially for your loved one, to express it's not easy. especially standing here to speak about your dad, or to speak about mom or your own siblings. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes you get very emotional. But Pandit Rishramji, I have to tell you something. You know, because we all grew up in actually the same neighborhood and coming to this country called United States of America. But it's so big that we get so lost in the United States of America. So sometimes we get so lost that we don't even know who we are. But I am so happy that you're part of us and we are part of you as well. So God bless you for that. It's not, that's the best that we can say. But anyway, again, on behalf of this young lady sitting right here, I'm saying young, tomorrow will just be a number when we're going to celebrate the actual birthday. It's going to be a number. That number is, we said, it's a big number, 70. If you add it, you get 7. And what day did I say you were born of the year? You were born on a Saturday. But the day of the year that you were born is on the 205th day of the year. And if you add the digit, it is 7. Your name is Rajmati, that was given to you by your mom and your dad. Rajmati for me means shining. And your lucky number, when I read about it, it is 7. And you decided to do a 7-session yajna for all of us to come and join with you. It could not be better. So I think your number 7 is lucky for you, and as much as it is lucky for all of us. So we pray and we ask Bhagavan to continue to bless you, bless Uncle Moti, the entire family, because what you're doing here for all of us, oh my God, there's no money we could put to it. So God bless you. And God should continue to give the family good health and strength and all the support. When Panditji said the people in the kitchen, you got to come early to see what's going on in the kitchen. You must come early and see. So at this point in time, we're going to stand for Arati. I want to thank all of you for taking the time and coming. And those who didn't get a chance to make your contribution this evening, we got so many more to go. Please come join us, and definitely you'll get an opportunity to do so. God bless you, and get home safe. Bhagavan bless you.
भगवान की है आरती भक्त को भव सिंधु से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है आरती भागवत भगवान से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है आरती से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है
submit ourselves to the lotus feet of Bhagwan, blessing us once more this evening with that beautiful Amrit Katha from our Vyas, that we are so blessed to attend that beautiful Amrit. Tvameva Mata Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yatya Pujatam Maya Deva Paripurnam Karastu Bara Bara Varmāya Arshadeva Sriram Ramachandra ki Jai Sharan Prabhu Mahapati Mahadeva ki Jai Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki Jai. Please be seated at the door. Trahimam Sharanagatam Trahimam Sharanagatam Trahimam Sharanagatam Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurudeva Hari Om Shanti 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 प्रेम सो गणपति भगवान की सियावर रामचंद्र की बोलो शिव शंकर भगवान की बोलो पुत्र हनुमान की बोले राधे वृंद विहार लाल की बोलो व्यास महाराज की बोलो श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की बोलो श्री सुखदेव महाराज की जय सनातन धर्म की जय हमारा देश की जय जय श्री राम।
Our Archie and Chanramrit is going to be coming around, and who weren't here last night, you heard the story about the $1 and $20, right? So tell your neighbor very well what they have to do tonight as the Archie is coming around. God bless each and every one of you. Food has been prepared as well. Partake of that. But I hope that we can be able to see each other again tomorrow evening. Thank you.
देवकीनंदनम दोवंदरते सर्गिराज सर्गी स्वामी अंतर्यामी पूर्ण कीजिए काज देवकी